All right, let's talk about the first box squad of 2025. Really, really interesting. The Box play the Barbarians on Saturday. Really looking forward to this game. I mean, I said this on a previous video. I think the Barbars are the purest example of like rugby traditions in the modern professional age, and they're playing their first ever game in South Africa. And I guess everyone was waiting to see, with all of the different options that the Box have got, with all of the different combinations that there could be, the incredible depth. Who was Rassie going to pick? Well, now we know. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm Tim. This is Egg Chasers. As you can see, I'm doing this on a walk in London. So my life is mad at the minute. I'm not complaining. Like, busy's good, but you know, I am so busy. So I should have known that Bok Tuesdays was still going to be a thing. Rassie was going to name his team on a Tuesday. I should have known that. My daughter's recently finished her exams, and she said, I said, what do you want to do as a treat when you finish? And she said she wanted to go to a theme park. So we went to Alton Towers in the UK yesterday, me and her. So that took up yesterday. Now I'm travelling down. I'm on my way. I'm just walking to a conference where I'm a speaker. People have been very interested in this French TV deal that I managed to pull off on the other channel, FI UK. So that's why I'm going to speak at this. So anyway, so I've got a little walk between the train station and the conference. So I thought, right, let's talk about the Bok team then. So here's a question I want to ask. So there's 4 uncapped players. I'll get through the team in a minute. It looks to me like, and you tell me if you disagree, there's a bit of depth building and combination trying out and rotation in the forwards. But how close is that to a first choice Bok backline? I know you could sort of argue the toss over Morne van den Berg. You could also say 100 Pollard will be the main man when it comes to 10 if there was a World Cup final this weekend. But I don't know. It looks like, I mean, it's a really exciting looking back line with those 3 players, 9, 10, 15. I'll come to that. That's just a question. Let me know what you think. I mean, I think that's just probably the first thing to say, as I've already touched on with the Box. I hope you can hear all right. There's a lot of noise. It's the hustle and bustle, isn't it? In fact, do you know what? Pub's not even open. I'm just going to sit down on a pub bench for a second. There we go. That's better. That's better, isn't it? So yeah, there's so many players to pick from that, depending on, it's all about how you want to play, and it's all about the combinations. And Rassie Erasmus has said before, in that Chasing the Sun documentary, it's not about the best player, it's about the right player and finding the right player for the right game and the right combination. I understand, by the way, going for more of a attack-minded, speed-based backline against the Barbarians, because that tends to be the DNA of the Barbars. And by the way, this is going to be really, really fun, this game, for that reason. Also, it's going to be emotional, I think, because again, hearing more rumours that there'll be a Cornel Hendricks tribute, maybe even a flyover. Also, the Barbarians and what they stand for, the amateur ethos of rugby in the modern professional era. They've got a really good squad. I'll come to them as well. But they have a crack on and off the field. They'll play attacking rugby. They'll want to take a scalp. But also, the Barbars are going to be Barbalas on Saturday night. That's one word I remember from my time in South Africa, from the many people when I had a big night out and I'd do a video and you could see my eyes. I got loads of comments going, Tim, you are Barbalas. So yeah, the Barbars will be Barbalas on Sunday, because that's the whole ethos of the Barbars. The Box, meanwhile, have got to prepare for Italy and then the Rugby Championship. What's the weather in Cape Town this weekend? 14 degrees and rain. That's not going to help the attacking rugby, is it? But I mean, it sounds like an English summer, to be perfectly honest. And nobody, let's get on to the actual team then, the meat of it. Nobody would win a game of Bok Bingo if you tried to guess all 23 players in a South African squad. I reckon it's easier to win the lottery than to guess it. And Rassie's thrown an interesting blend of new and old together, hasn't he? 4 uncapped players are in. They will remain uncapped, by the way. They're going to wear a jersey and it will be really, really special for those guys, but it's not a full test cap. But special nonetheless. And Klabakanye, I'm so excited to see him in. That's really, really cool. In the front row, you've got Vincent Tichuca, the other uncapped player in the starting lineup, and 2 front row on the bench, Morné van der Merwe and Neethling Fashir. That'll be special for him being in Cape Town as well, where he plays for the Stormers. But on the tight head prop position, obviously I've been talking about in recent videos Thomas de Toy or Wilco Low. Who's going to be the first choice? Who's going to be the second choice? Frans Malherbe, will he come back? When will he come back? How good will he be when he comes back? Ridiculous options at tight head prop, but Klabakanye, that man is how props should look, isn't he? That's how a prop should look. Talk about the Barbarians being the traditional ethos of rugby. Klabakanye, and he looks like the traditional ethos of tight head props, and I'm here for it. I love it. And him and Oxenche together, and Klabakanye is just adding to the evidence that salads don't win scrums. So that's really cool. And yeah, Morné van der Merwe, really cool story, playing for Scarlets in the URC. That's a really cool story. Neethling Fashir, as I say, if he was another nationality, he'd have caps already. He's not going to get a cap in this game. We'll wait and see if he does in future games, but he's going to pull on the green and gold nonetheless. Second row. How good to see Luke Diarca back. That guy's been blighted with injury the last couple of years. But he could be again, sorry about the noise. London, innit? Yeah, it could be a game changer if and when he comes back. Well, he is back now. He could be a game changer. I mean, they've got so many good locks. Ridiculous options, but there's another. And I guess the one good thing is, yes, he might have an age on him. He's in his early 30s, but because he's had the 2 years out injured, which has been terrible, obviously, and also playing in Japan, which is a relatively not easy league. That's not what I mean. Easy, low intensity. As in, they don't have loads and loads and loads of games. He's not added that many miles to the clock, so absolutely, he could still be a factor come World Cup 2027. Back row's interesting. Sia Khaleesi there, and then 2 faces that haven't been around. Vincent Tichuca for the first time, wearing the 7 jersey. And I guess with Elric Lowe being injured, that Pieter-Steph du Toit backup, and also Ben Jason Dixon being injured, that Pieter-Steph du Toit backup is up for grabs, isn't it? And number 8, Jean-Luc Depree. I've watched him play a lot. I live in Manchester. Watched him play a lot for Sale. The boy can carry, and I guess that's the one thing. Good as Cracker Smith is, I mean, Jasper Wiese is the main man, not available on this one, but a big, heavy carrier is something that the Boks need, and haven't really fully replaced to the level of Dwayne Vermeulen. I'm not suggesting Jean-Luc Depree is that guy, but he's a big old unit, and the guy can carry. He really can. He's joining Bordeaux this summer, so like the best team in Europe, or maybe the best club team in the world. That's up for debate. Are signing him, so that's a bit of a sign, isn't it? Yeah, so that's the back row. What about that statement? Is it a first choice test backline? 3 decision makers: Morné van den Berg, Sasha FM, my favourite radio station, Appa Lady Fassi, absolute wheels everywhere. Wheels. And those really exciting, rapid pieces being put alongside that tried, tested, stable, world-class combinations of DDA and Creel and Arenzo and Colby. It's a good place to be in. So yeah, I think if it's the game in Eden Park against New Zealand in September, trying to take down the record, then I would guess Pollard would definitely be on the bench, maybe starting. Maybe it'd be Ryan Ackle-Williams on the bench or starting. No, this could be a first choice Bok back line. I find it interesting. And just the bench, by the way, I think there's 9 Rugby World Cup winners' medals on the bench. Mostert, Quacker-Smith, Reinach, Libbok, Esterhazen. And as I've said before, if Esterhazen was English, my goodness me, the guy would have... he'd be getting on for 100 caps by now. Yeah, and as for the Barbars, in addition to Peter Omani and Conor Murray, who I think might have had to pull out actually, maybe that's got something to do with his deal for whoever he's playing for next year, I'm not sure. And Sam Cane and Shannon Frizzell, they've also confirmed Mark Talea, Tawera Kerbalo, Hoskins Satutu, Will Collier, Dave Ribbons, Joe Marchant, Ruben Van Heerden and Dave Ribbons as second rows. There is a theme going on there, snubbed. There are players that have been snubbed. Tawera Kerbalo won the Rugby World Cup with New Zealand in 2015 and has been really overlooked in the years since, and he's been brilliant in France. You've got Will Collier, could have been England's tight head for years and just got overlooked, made like 1 or 2 caps. Joe Marchant moved to France because he wasn't getting opportunities in England, he got overlooked, snubbed. Oh, Melvin Jaminet's another one. He's had his issues, snubbed. Mark Talea, basically cast aside now, he's off to Japan, snubbed. Ruben Van Heerden, not picked by Rassie, point to prove. Hoskins Satutu, snubbed by Razor. Dave Ribbons, could be a Bock again. He went off to France, and England's rules currently don't allow him to play, so snubbed. So there's a theme. There are players with things to prove for the Barbarians, and that just adds to the interest for me in this game anyway. There we go, I think I got away with that. Sorry about all the motorbike noises and stuff. I'm nearly where I am going, just by King's Cross Station. So if you haven't been to, well, if you're from elsewhere in the world, this is where that platform 9 3/4 in Harry Potter is. In there. But it's not really there, obviously. You can't actually go through a wall, just in case. Sorry to break that dream. But yeah, just gonna go and do my next job. But I'll be back on the channel very soon. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, help me spread the word, and more coming soon.